Hi, Doug Peacock here. Hey, as I said on the script there, I wasn't really going to share this, but I'm getting such a push from internally that I have to allow myself to start helping people heal from what's going on with the coronavirus here, because there's so much fear out there and it's palatable in the air. And so, one of the things let me start again. What I do is, I got asked by a client about a week and a half ago. He says, "Doug, is there a big shift coming?" And I said to him, I said, "Well, I don't know. I'll go have a look." And what I mean by that is, I go meditate, and it's quite common for me to do that sort of thing. And 4 hours later, I come back into my body and with what I had seen, and I shared it with him. And basically, what I'll share with you, and then I'll explain what it means and how I see what were the messages we're being told. A lot of people are praying, and a lot of people are meditating, asking for guidance and that, and we're getting told the messages on what to do, but most people aren't hearing the messages because of the dumb buffhead that's saying it. So one of the things that I wanted to share with you is to have a look at it and see how you can actually clear yourself and actually help move yourself forward. Because one of the things I've said that I would commit to is that I'm going to actually do the healings every day on Facebook to actually help people through this, because it's just something that I can do. And what I saw when I went out there is a way through this, but it's not necessarily easy. It's not necessarily hard. It's just what it is. So the first thing I would do is I'll come back to where I was, what happened when I went out in the meditation. And it was just black, and it had been black there in my meditation, it had been black for a few months. I didn't really take much notice of it because I just go sit in peace. But then I decided to go deeper, and as I went out deeper, it's like I went right out on the other side of the earth, out on the other side of the world, Earth way out into space, and all I could see was this black maze over the earth. And I go, okay, so what does that mean? It's just a black fog. Don't buy into it thinking it's bad or anything like that. But what happened is I could see these lights coming from outer space, way out in space, even further out. And so for me, that's a good sign, give this space. And then I came back and I looked at the earth, and I was just surrounded by this black cloud of just darkness. And I went, okay, so I'm going back. And I come back in, and then I talked to this client of mine who's also a very good friend. And he said to me, he says, "Doug, I'm getting so pissed off getting told to go inside. The government's telling us to go inside. We're not allowed outside." And I says, "Can't you hear what they're saying? Can you hear what's actually being said? We're being told to go inside. This coronavirus is the lung type bug, respiration or whatever you call it, however you say. Yeah, my wording's not great. But the thing is, it attacks the lungs. You can't breathe. What are the lungs are about? They're about breathing in life. So where we're being attacked is in our fears, of where we fear life, where we're not able to be in life. So what we're being told, and it makes me laugh. The universe, God, Buddha, whatever you want to call it, I don't give a shit. But what cracks me up is we're getting told the messages. Stay inside. Oh, we're saying stay within. Stay within your heart. Stay within self. And when we stay within ourself, we bring light into ourselves. We sit in the light inside of ourselves, which then can burn this darkness out, this shit off. And one of the things that it showed me when I was looking at this is, as we went in and we went into the darkness that was there, I went in and I took my old mate with me, and I said, right, let's go in. We're going to go into your lungs. And we went in, and we went into his lungs and went into his heart. And as we went in, it got dark, and it was like, for me, darkness does not scare me. It just is. Darkness is just not light. Light is not present. And when I looked at him, all I could see was this pin dot of a light deep inside of him. So I said, let's go for a walk. And we went deep inside of him, and when we found the light within his consciousness, inside of himself, it began to grow. And what happened is light started coming in from different areas to join it. And one of the things that happened, I'm going to explain exactly to you exactly what happened. Do not take this as fearful. This is just how I see it, so I understand it, so I can share it to help you heal yourself. The light inside of him began to get covered by this black seal, and in time we could not see the light inside, but the light was there. It became like a hard ball, and then I was told to tell him it is time for us to leave this now, and we walked out of his heart, out of his lungs, so to speak. And as we walked out of it, we turned around, got outside and turned around, and this light inside of him expanded, and then it just exploded. And shit just went everywhere. And this shit was like black tar stuff. And me being healing and working with illnesses and that all the time, I go, okay, all we do is we hit it with light. And we hit it with light. And as I hit it with light, one of the things that I want you, and this is why I'm wanting to share this with you, because it's about being conscious. It's about being present with what's going on, and being truthful with yourself, being honest with yourself. And don't fight it. Don't get into these bullshit stories. If you're in a shit place, you're in a shit place. Who gives a shit? You're just there. Allow yourself to be there. And when we went there, we went back into where this thing had exploded open inside of him, so to speak, and we stood there. And as I stood in the muck that was there, usually it burns off. But this didn't just burn off. Where we stood and we held light in that part of his life, that part of his awareness, that part of his consciousness, it burnt a hole. And it burnt a hole in the black gug, and the black gug was sort of like a tarry, gooey, sort of like, when you get in the kitchens, and you've been into the commercial kitchens, and you got all the grease, and you wipe it, and it's just thick. It's just like that. And we sort of, where we stood, it burnt a hole off. And there was grass in that underneath, and grass to me is, health, new growing, and all that sort of stuff. But usually what happens is it just burns a hole and burns it all off. But what I noticed is what we're being taught here, one of the things that I'm seeing in the consciousness of what's going on here is we are able to, we've got the opportunity to clean up every area of our life. So when we go inside, like I said before, we go into our lungs, we go into our life. We look at areas of our life and we ask the question, where am I not being truthful here? Where do I hold a grievance? Where am I not in forgiveness? And what happens is when we can be honest and allow ourselves to go there, we bring the light with us and the light will burn it off. And what happens is the more we do it, the more times that we keep going, and this is why I'm going to commit to doing every day. At 8 o'clock in the morning, I'm going to come out and I'm going to do a Facebook Live. And what I want to do is help people come and sit in that place, and whatever comes up, and we just clean it out and let the light fill the place. And I'll show you how to burn it off. I'm not just going to leave you there and drop you in the shit. I will guide you and I will walk you into this to help you heal, because it's all about healing ourselves. I've been blessed. Back in 2015, I had my illness, nearly died, and I found my way out. And I know how to deal with these things, on how to heal yourself. Western medicine can only do so much. We have to heal ourselves. And it's not about healing your mother, your brothers, your sons, and that. We heal ourselves. And as we do that, that affects everybody else. But we must work on ourselves. We must hold that space of light and love in ourselves. When we do, we will set ourselves free and we'll all come out of this. It's going to be different. When we come out of this, it's going to be different. It just has to be. But what happened, one of the big things that I want you to get out of this is the light. When we go into our heart, and when we go into our lungs, and when we go into there to feel the love that we are, what happens is we go into, and you do not try and get it out. You do not say it's wrong. You do not go to war with it. You go to love with it. You go there and you see it there. And if you see yourself in that place, stuck up to your eyeballs and shit, then so be it. That's where you're at. And just love yourself for being there. And just be okay with that. So whether it's your part of your life is your finances, or the part of the life is your health, or the part of the life is your relationships, allow yourself to see it there. But just allow the light and the essence of you be there, and allow it to open. And what you're going to find is going to happen is you will be joined by light, because what you're doing is you're coming back home. You're remembering who you are. And when you remember who you are, you set yourself free. And when we set ourselves free, life just gets so beautiful. for me, self-isolating, I've got to sit here, it's pretty tough. And it's not about isolating, it's about being connected with everyone and being part of it. So the thing is, what I want you to do, what I help people with, is to go in here and to be able to go into the light, and I'll take you in there and I'll stand with you. So one of the things that you can do, if you're not sure how to do this, and as people join me, what we're going to do is we're going to go into it, and I'll just walk you in, and we'll just sit there. Nothing to do, other than just be light, be joy. And find the joy in your life, in that part of your life where you're feeling. So what we do is we go in through our heart. We're going to do it in a moment. We're going to take you for the first ride in a moment. I'm actually going to take you in. But before that, there's one other thing I want to teach you. This morning I got up and I meditated and I turned the news on. Don't know why I did that. And the fear that was coming out, it was so palatable. And I was going, oh, gross. But I've got a practice that I do is where I sit in my heart and I sit in my chest and I allow myself to catch on fire. I allow the purple flame of Saint Germain to come in, and I allow myself to ignite on fire, because I know at the core of who I am the light, I am the love. And at the core of who I am, I cannot be dis-ease. I cannot be any contamination. So I allow myself to burn, and I allow this fear to just burn off me. And I just sit there. And I sat there for about 5 or 10 minutes, and I just let it burn, and you catch on fire. Sometimes you get quite hot. But as you burn, you just allow yourself to catch on fire, knowing that only impurities that will burn off you. And as you sit there in this light, and you allow yourself to burn, just let the fears go. Let the thoughts come out, and just allow them to release. It doesn't matter. Just let them go, and just allow yourself to come back to the peace and the light in yourself, and just be in the truth. And the more that we do this, the better we become, the easier it becomes. And then afterwards, I just sort of get up and shake myself, but like dog getting out of the water, and just shake all the grit off. And then you just feel better. So even if you just get that. So what I want to do with you, anyone that's here and is ready to do this now, I want to guide you in. And I want to actually start taking you in for you to start healing yourself. Because for me, it's more important for people to come home and realize that there's nothing to be scared of when we know ourselves. When we can sit in the light and know yourself. And if you can heal your life by remembering who you are, you're free. But remembering who we are is not a head thing. It's not I'm this or I'm this. It's not this identity or that identity. It's a knowingness of the love and the joy inside of yourself, the light inside of yourself. And so what I want you to do as you're sitting there and you're listening to this, I just want you to bring your attention to your chest. Be aware of the noise out there. And what we're going to do is we're going to come inside, as they say. Stay home, be inside. So what we're going to do is we're going to come home and we're going to be in our temple. One of the big things, a way that the virus gets into our bodies is because we're not home. And a lot of people are getting out of their bodies with the fear, and they're coming up out of their bodies. Hey, now you've got an empty house here, so guess what? Squatters come in. And as the squatters come in, it's this virus shit. And it comes in, and what do squatters do? They piss and shit all over your house, and they just make a mess. They take it over. Well, you've got to come back home. You've got to take ownership of your house. Take ownership of your domain. Take ownership of your life, how you see your life. And as we take ownership of it, we're able to then change what's going on. Last night, the borders in Australia got closed. No people that aren't Australians are allowed back in the country. And that's what we sort of got to do. We've got to close our borders to all these infections, to all this bullshit. So we put a staff down and we go, hell no, nothing's going to close. We're going to allow the light inside of ourselves to come through. So one of the things that I want to do here is to bring you into your light, into yourself. And as you do, I'd read that, but I can't read the note. Someone's writing a note there, but I can't read it.
Me?
What are you saying?
I'm saying showing some love to you.
My wife's yelling at me. The thing is about allow yourself to connect and go right in here. So if this is making sense to you, hey, click a thumbs up or a heart or whatever, and just allow yourself to do that, and it's cool. But what I want to do here now, and as you do, let's allow yourself to do a little bit of healing on yourself right here. So I want you to allow yourself to bring your attention to the center of your chest here. That's it there. And as you go there, what I want you to do is I want you to allow yourself to imagine you're beginning to walk back inside. And you may feel emotions come up, you may feel fear, you may feel sadness. Just know I've got your hand. I will walk with you. And what we're doing is we're going home. We're walking towards home. We're walking into your lungs. We're walking into your heart. And I just want to, that's it. Yeah, and let's all just go ahead and walk in there. As we do, you may feel some resistances, or you may see some darkness, or some things may come up in your mind. Just let them run through. Just let it go through. But like when you have bad Chinese food, just let it run straight through you. It's not really a good joke there, Doug. It started in China. Shit happens. Just allow yourself to let go. And when you allow yourself to be there, well, no, get out. You're in your heads. Get out of your heads. Get out of your heads. Allow yourself to come back to that place. There, that's it there. Stop right there. Stop right there. That's it there, right there. Where you are is exactly where you need to be. Don't try and go deeper than where you need to be. This is only the first time I'm taking you in here. Just be here where you are. Yeah, there. You will feel a resistance. Or it may be like a hard edge. Or yeah, that's it there, right there. That's it for you. That's all you need to know. And all I want you to do is just touch it with your awareness. And just touch it with the light and the love that you are. Don't try and make it right or wrong. Just touch it. And allow your joy, your essence, to begin to start coming out of you. That's it there. There we go. You can see the pus and that's already starting to come out in some of you. That's cool. Just let the energy release. It's just a matter of allowing it to release. And to let the hurt, the emotions that are there, and just let them go. And I want you to bring the awareness back to the center of your essence. That's it. You got it. There, you got that. See, you guys are already experts at this. Just allow yourself to be there. And now some of you will really want to go deeper, but make sure you clean the room thoroughly. Make sure you've cleaned it. Don't just allow yourself to go rushing off, because that's what we do in life. That may be why we're getting told to slow down and stop, because we want to go rushing on to the next thing. Let's sit here for a moment and allow this to be healed fully. And as you allow yourself to feel this fully, that's it. Know that it's right. Now, it doesn't matter whether you're watching this live or watching this as a replay, the connection's still here because the energy's always there. So even when you're watching this in a replay, know that it'll be affecting you. The energy's coming in. So I want you to clean your room out. And a lot of you, what I'm seeing there in the energy field here is you've gone in and you've popped the boil, so to speak, and you're wanting to go and move on to something else and go deeper. But no, let's stay here. I want to hold you here. And the reason why I hold you here, and this is where a lot of people want to zoom off, and this is what we do in our life. But it's about grounding. It's about facing the trauma in your being. It's facing the essence inside of yourself. It's about holding the vibration. Yeah, there you go. Being the light in yourself. There you go. You guys are doing it. Good. I can feel the groundingness pulling down inside of me. And we're grounding down into Mother Earth. Allow it to go right down into Mother Earth and connect with source energy in Mother Earth. And allow yourself to be there. That's it. That's it there. There. Just let it go. There, you're going to feel the energy is going to drop on you. It's going to move through you. There you go. Cool. This is what it's like being home. This is what ScoMo, Trumpy, Boris over in England saying. They're saying, stay home. This is what they're actually really saying. But they got no idea on some level of it. But the message is coming through them for you to hear it, if you can hear it. So what other messages are they saying? Wash your hands. We're washing our hands with light. We're healing our temples. We're cleaning our temples with light. We're cleaning out all the shit. We're coming home. And it's not a, oh, we just go racing home. We have to be there. That's it there. Whoa, 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 whoa. Hold. You're starting to jump and run. Whoa, whoa, steady, hold. That's it. Don't get ahead of yourselves with your head. Your ego's going to want to take off. What we do is we steady. And this is just where we hold. Hold, 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 hold. Let the energy's going to pop. Hold, 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 hold. Here it comes. Here it comes. The light's coming up out of you. Just allow it to come up out of you. It's like a big old hairball. Just let it come up. There you go. Just let that energy come through you. That's it. Just let it. There you go. Oh, I can feel it releasing. Thank God for that. And know that you're not doing this. It is the divine essence in you. It is your soul, the spark. It is the source, God, divine, whatever you want to call it. It has the strength to do this. And it is us coming home. And so, there we go. Cool. For now we are done. So just allow yourselves to come back into the room fully, be present. That's it. You're going to find the energy is going to keep unraveling for you for most of the day. Just keep allowing it moving. Some of you may get some crap come up where you get a little bit cranky. Hey, I tend to do that at times. You just ask my wife. So it's not always just peaceful, but we've got to clean up our game. And so let's clean up our game. And what we're doing with this energy is we're not going out trying to want to put it on other people. We heal ourselves because you guys are becoming like amplifiers, crystals. When we clean this area of our game up, we are then able to amplify that light out. And we do not try and put it onto others, we just amplify it. And as it amplifies, it affects everything in its presence. It's like a light, and I tell my clients this all the time. It's like a candle flame doesn't try to illuminate and be bright. A candle flame just is a candle flame. What I'm wanting to help you guys come to peace with here and get, so you can set yourselves free, is be the flame inside of yourself. And as you're the flame here, you'll set yourselves free. So we just hold in that light. And as we hold in that light, and we just be that flame, there we go. Exactly what you're doing right there. Exactly what you're doing right there. That's it. Yeah, there. No ego, just is. And as you're sitting there, what happens is that's the consciousness that I said before when I first started this off, and I said all that black shit just splattered over the ground. And where we were standing, we made a hole in it, and it burnt a hole. That's what I'm doing, what you're doing right there now. And you're doing that in your life. And you're doing that in your being, in your field. One of the things that I got when I was going for my run this morning, the last little piece I'm just going to give you here today. When I was going for my run this morning, it says this is burning off the lower third dimensional energies. And I'm not one to talk about all the different dimensions. I sort of listen to people there and I go, oh God, you guys are fruiting out so much, you know, hey. But fear, worry, doubt are all third dimensional frequencies. And if we look in the world, it's ripe with them at the moment. And what we're doing is just holding in the light and we're burning them off. They come into the light, they just burn off, and they just burn off. And don't worry, they're going to come in big and strong, and they're going to have all sorts of gnarly bits of shit hanging off them, and you go, oh God, I love you too, who are you really? And what happens is just the truth opens up. So I hope this has helped you. You can listen to this over and over. It doesn't matter when you listen to this, when this is heard, know that the energy is still there, is just as pure. Each day I'm going to keep going. I'm going to do it at 8 o'clock in the morning at Gold Coast time, which is Brisbane time in Australia. So that's friends in America know me. I've set aside an hour there where I'm going to tap in, and we're going to probably do, you know, whatever it's going to do. I'm going to start at 8 to whatever time. And what we're going to do is going to do a healing every day until I get told to stop. I didn't choose to do this, I got told to do this. And one thing I know in my life, ever since 96 when I collapsed and everything opened up for me, is I trust the energy. The energy always never lies to me. You know, someone can tell me a story and it's just bullshit, but the energy doesn't lie. And so the energy pushing through me has told me to do this, and so I am here to help in any way I can. To hold a space to help people heal their lives and to be able to get through this time of chaos. And there's many other people out there that can do this, and so, but I'm just being asked to do my piece. So if you want to reach out and get a hold of me, you can get a hold of me at douglaspeacock.com. Just go onto my website. You can message me, but the biggest thing is let people know. And one of the things I do, the more of us, all we need is the 100th monkey effect. We only got to get a certain amount, and we're going to flick this thing. You know, we'll beat this. We'll beat it with light. Fuck, I just know we will. And I don't usually come out and be so vocal about it because I respect people have their way, but it's time now. I can't stop. I can't hold it back, and so I want to be here for you guys. I wish you well. Have an awesome day, and until I see you tomorrow, you take care. Lots of love. Oh geez, now I don't know how to shut this off. Yeah, hold on. God, I can't see it today. Finished. There we go.